Good morning for me. It is Monday, March the 4th, and boy, do we have something to talk about. So, about 30 minutes ago, the Supreme Court, in a unanimous ruling, reversed the lower court rulings in Colorado and a few other places, saying that Donald Trump was barred from the ballot because of the 14th Amendment and a clause specifically in the 14th Amendment that said that anyone who helps to incite an insurrection cannot run for federal office again. Okay. Now, if this ruling surprises you, you are not paying attention to politics. So here's the reality. I know there will be a lot of spin out there that says, well, of course the Supreme Court ruled this way. Donald Trump appointed 3 justices. They have a 6-3 conservative majority. All true. But remember, this was a unanimous 9-0 ruling that states cannot bar candidates from office under the 14th Amendment. The simple fact here is this, right? So obviously the Supreme Court lives in a legal space. Okay, they live in they are the top of the legal pyramid. But it is impossible to separate out where the Supreme Court exists in the legal world from the political world, particularly when we're talking about taking someone off the ballot, effectively getting rid of Donald Trump as a candidate, right? So the main goal of John Roberts, the Chief Justice, and this has been true since I think he came in 2005. This has been true for the last 2 decades. His main goal, and I would argue he hasn't been successful, but his main goal was and is to make the court less political. That he believes the court should be walled off. Again, I think ridiculous, but walled off from the political world. There is no way that a Chief Justice who thinks that is going to oversee a court that says the de facto Republican nominee for President of the United States cannot appear on the ballot in multiple states because of a relatively obscure codicil or clause of the 14th Amendment. It is just not going to happen. It was never going to happen. And let me make the case that it is in fact a good thing that the Supreme Court has ruled this way. Let me tell you why. Sip of tea. I needed that. Okay. Let's say that the Supreme Court ruled that Donald Trump could be thrown off the ballot in Colorado and a few other states. He obviously would not win the election. Can you imagine the reaction from Trump world? He's already making things up about the election being interfered with. He contested the 2020 election. If by legal means he was removed from the ballot in 2024, that would be a horrible thing for this country. The reality of Donald Trump is this. The only way Donald Trump can be eliminated from public discourse, I'm not even sure this will work, but the only credible way he can be eliminated from public discourse is via the ballot box. Again, if he loses in 2024, he will absolutely say, it was rigged, I won, and there will be some number of people who believe him. But he will have lost 2 straight presidential elections. I don't think that means he will go away. I don't think Donald Trump is going away until he dies, honestly. But I do think that that will speak to, among credible, serious people, the country rejected him twice. We knew what he was offering, and they rejected him. That's the way that Donald Trump is diminished in our national dialogue. You cannot do it through a reading of the 14th Amendment that some constitutional scholars say means that Donald Trump should not be on the ballot. I know liberals want that. I know that was their dream. It was never, ever, ever going to happen, and it should not happen because I think the consequences for the country would be dire. The way that you beat Donald Trump, the way that you diminish him on the national stage is you beat him at the ballot box. That's it. That was always the only credible, serious solution. Okay? So, again, 9-0 verdict. Unanimous. Not just conservatives. Conservatives and liberals on the court agreed. It's because the court does not want to put not just a thumb on the scale of a political issue, a whole hand or 2 whole hands. They're not going to do it. They were never going to do it. You should not be surprised by this ruling. And honestly, you should not be upset by this ruling because this ruling gives the country the best chance to say, if they do not vote for Donald Trump in November, that he lost fair and square. Sorry, I'm pounding the desk because I believe in this. All right, that's all I got for today. As always, subscribe, spread the word, like this video. And remember, on Thursday, we are going to do a watch party. We're going to watch the State of the Union and the Republican response together. I'm going to offer a little bit of commentary. We're going to do that on my YouTube channel. So check it out. Thank you.